Hello, everyone. This is Live Life Well TV host Robert Landau. This is another episode of How to Be Okay When Things Aren't. This episode, we're going to talk about red flags and how not to ignore them. Stay tuned. I believe that in life, there is something or someone that's kind of watching over us and tends to sort of guide us from time to time. Have you ever had that feeling? I know many people have. In other words, very rarely are we truly ever alone. The thing about life is it's such a big mystery because some of the most important aspects of life are things that we can't see. We just have to have faith and we just have to believe and know in our heart of hearts. So, when entering into an important relationship, right, or an important health time in your life or whatever, sometimes we experience what's commonly known as red flags. Red flags, at least to me, are warnings from that someone or something that what we're about to embark upon might not be worth embarking upon, or we have to be aware of what we're doing, or just be careful of some dangerous pitfalls. It depends on the red flag, but here's the key. When red flags are so obvious, don't ignore them. Don't be in denial and pretend that these are not messages for you to take to heart. They may not be saying, stop, don't do this. They might just be saying, hey, do this, but would you be careful, please? I mean, it really depends. When I get red flags, they're pretty obvious, but the issue is I don't always choose to be aware of them. And then when things fail months later, or an hour later, or years later, I look back and go, you know, I was warned about this. What is it about me that ignored the most obvious warning signs that really would have saved me 8 months or an hour or whatever time that I chose to ignore the red flag to actually go forward with this new thing, which didn't end up working out? Messages are brought to you for a reason. They might not always be obvious, but when something even feels a little out of balance or off skew, stop for a minute and try to figure out why that might be. What is the message behind the feeling? And then ask yourself why you might be warned about this, what this red flag is, and will you ignore it or will you take it to heart? Red flags can save us from a lot of pain, from a lot of hardship, from a lot of unnecessary expended energy and time. So the next time you experience a couple of red flags, because things don't always even look good on paper, but we want so much to do this that we ignore it, right? We don't listen to ourselves, selves with a capital S. So don't ignore red flags. They're waving in your face for a reason. Hello, hello, hello. Listen to me. You can still make your own choice, but I need to be heard because this is a red flag. Things would have been so different for me if I would have listened to the red flag warnings. But you know what? Maybe I didn't because I needed to learn a number of lessons. Sometimes we can be told, don't go that way, it's dangerous. But there's a part of us that says, oh, that's okay. If it's dangerous, I'll deal with it. And you learn from that type of a journey. But it's pretty cool that red flags can save us from going down that road. And with that amount of time, we can do something much better suited to us. This has been Robert Landau, Live Life Well TV host. Thank you for tuning in, and don't ignore red flags in your life.